Brendan Schaub, you got to say that he's the greatest of all time now. We're talking about Mighty Mouse.
Damn, right.
Oh, we got to say it. Yeah, we're live.
Oh, we're live?
Mighty Mouse is the greatest of all time.
I agree. I
can fuck
texted you that
with
too.
him?
I said, you know what? I finally agree with you, man. Mighty Mouse, number one in my book now.
I've seen everybody except Fedor live. I would have to have seen Fedor live, like in his prime, to really get a feel. I feel like Mighty Mouse is better than all of them. The dude's on so many different levels. It's like here's everybody, here's next level shit, and here's Mighty Mouse. Yeah. He's so next level.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you come in and you're the best striker on the planet. He's still gonna fuck you up. He'll still fuck you up standing. He'll take you down and submit you anyways.
It's like
you come in of a world-class wrestler comes in and he's the best wrestler in the world. Mighty Mouse is still gonna fuck him up
and take him down.
Best jiu-jitsu guy. You got a guy who's just amazing at jiu-jitsu. Mighty Mouse still gonna fuck you up.
Mighty Mouse tapped Wilson Hayes.
Yeah.
Did you hear Wilson Hayes after? He went, I'd rather get knocked out. That was so demoralizing.
Yeah, as a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt.
guy.
Yeah, I mean, Mighty Mouse, his striking's insane. His takedowns are insane.
Right.
His jiu-jitsu's insane.
He's got no weakness.
His confidence is insane.
But
his work ethic is his cardio, everything.
Mindset.
The best of all time.
Do you hear
have you seen the ratings? Lowest of all time on Fox.
He needs to go up.
How dare you?
That's not me. I tuned in. I fucking love the guy.
You just pulled out your fat hog and pissed right in my cornflakes. Son of a bitch.
How crazy is that?
We need to see him go up in weight. I think that's the answer. I know it's obvious. Dana doesn't want that. It's obvious. But damn, those are. Can you imagine him against TJ Dillashaw?
It is really hard.
Can you imagine?
It's really hard to sell an opponent against him, other than someone going up. Or Cody going down. Cody's talked about going down.
He said he's down.
He says he can make it.
Well, it's not that uncommon that someone just rules a weight class so much that he goes up in weight. They do it in boxing. You know, let's step it up.
Up or down. Yeah, boxing.
Generally, you step up. Let's see if I could take a bigger dude. Let's see, you know what I mean? Like Connor's on that level. He's like, a fuck up the 45ers, but I'm going to come up to 55 and for the challenge. BJ did it.
What do you think of this rumor? Now, I haven't even texted Dana about this. This UFC 213 rumor. Have you heard this? They're talking about McGregor and Tyron Woodley.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
100% bullshit. What do you think?
I think it's
bullshit. Where'd that come from?
From what I hear, it's bullshit.
I'm supposed to be utilizing my connection.
I know, brother. I heard it's bullshit. I'm pretty sure I saw Ariel.
You should have a rumor section, rumor part of the show.
Rumors are fun, though.
That's the rumor that I heard.
Can you imagine rumors from Joe Rogan?
Dude, just a whole rumor shit.
Dude, you'd have the best rumor show of all time.
I had some deep rumors.
I'm pretty sure Ariel shut that down. But Cyborg, I'm pretty sure Cyborg's fighting at UFC 213 in Anaheim. She tweeted that out recently. Like as I was driving over
there was something recently where she tweeted out that if UFC doesn't get her a fight, let her go.
It doesn't work like that. Like I love when fighters do that, but it's like, hey, if you don't fight me soon, I'm fucking out here. You ain't going nowhere, bitch. Like contractually, you have to. But and to defend the UFC here, which is, they offered her fights.
Yeah.
Like 2, and she wasn't ready. So they're like, dude, we tried. All right, we'll figure something out, but geez, and now you want to take off? Like, give us a second here.
And in her defense, apparently, there's the only way that like USADA would grant her, there it goes, July 29th, I'm making my first UFC fight in the USA. So who do you think she fights? She fight Jermaine? She fights Durandamy?
She says
she is fighting Durandamy.
What's up, son?
And you know what's cool with that?
Oh my goodness!
EBI is Sunday, July 30th.
Oh shit!
And this is you could do both.
Oh shit!
If John Jones wasn't such, a fuck up, for lack of better terms, he would. We're not even like having this conversation that Mighty Mouse is the best ever. He'd be just going based off his regular schedule now. He'd be 13, 14-time world champ if no one beat him, and he'd probably be fighting at heavyweight and having that belt too, going down as best ever.
Well, he's still got a chance. I mean, John Jones is only 30 years old, which is crazy because that means he's really about to jump into his prime. I'd say like an athlete's prime for combat sports, I feel like it's somewhere around 30 to 32.
For heavyweight. See, I don't think everyone. I think the lighter weight classes, it's earlier.
Well, look at the welterweights. The champs are always around that age. Except for GSP. I think he won the title when he was in his late 20s.
Yeah, late 20s.
When is Tyron Woodley's, what, 33?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he had
Yeah.
wrestling background.
What's the
wrestlers are
latest with
always
John
older.
Jones?
How old's Robbie? John Jones is his suspension comes up in July.
Did you hear what Dana White said today? I texted you.
Yeah, they're gonna fight. There was Brett
said-
Okamoto, right?
Yeah, Brett Okamoto interviewed Dana White from ESPN. He said that DC will fight John Jones on if John Jones isn't ready by, I think it's the July card. Was
Yeah,
it
July
2?
29th.
Yeah, if he's not ready by then he's going to fight Jimmy Manoa, and then they'll fight down the road.
Crazy.
So no warm up for John Jones. If he does want one, then
What do you think about that? Do you think that's smart for John, or do you think John should take a warm up?
He should take a warm up. The UFC should give him a warm up because, Joe, when has it ever worked when a guy takes this much time off and you just throw him right to the top of the heap? Think
When
of
has it ever
Ronda.
worked?
Think of Chael Sonnen. Like, there's a lot of guys, and people go, "Well, Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz didn't fight Cody Garbrandt, TJ Dillashaw after all that time.
Right.
He fought a Mizusaki, who's a tough guy, but
Mitsugaki, and then he went right into TJ.
I
but
say
still a warm up.
But TJ was a big gap.
No, I know, but at least he didn't fight TJ.
Right.
That first fight back, he ain't being TJ.
Right, but you know that he got injured after the Mitsugaki fight, and it was another year plus
True.
before he fought again.
True, and he might be the outlier here, but I'm just
He's
saying
an outlier.
He's an outlier, but
But he's not as good in the first fight. If you look at him in the TJ fight, and then you look at him in the second fight when he fought Uriah Faber,
Yeah.
he's way better in the Uriah Faber
Correct.
fight. He's more lean, he's fitter, and he dealt with a lot of the problems that he has. He has serious plantar fasciitis,
horrible.
man.
Yeah, have you ever had that?
No,
it's
I heard
a
it's
fucking nightmare.
I
I've
heard-
had to deal with it.
And you look at his
What
style.
is that?
It's the fascia in the bottom of your feet tears.
you can't even you can't get out of bed to warm up. It's a fucking nightmare. It's
And
impossible to get rid
Dominic Cruz is all footwork. And what happened
That's why
is
he has
after he
it.
tore his ACL, he took a long time off, and his feet just weren't strong enough to keep up with his training. Because his training is so foot
Yeah.
movement.
of. Yeah, man.
like,
That's
dominant.
why I got it.
Yeah.
But back to the point: should John get a warm up? You're in the grand scheme of things. I understand we want these big paydays and you want the big ratings, so you toss them. DC John Jones is a huge raider, right?
Yeah.
But if something happens like Ronda Rousey lost, what happens if we gave Ronda a warm up so you get paid on that? It's a huge draw, and then she fights, huge draw. But when you just toss them right to the very top, it's a one and done, man.
Well,
it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, they were worried, I guess, with the sale. You buy something for like $4 billion. You wanna maximize your profits. It's just the issue comes up with purists, which I think all of us are purists, right? When you consider when you look at it, at the end of the day, I want to see the number one contender fight the champ.
I ride the fence. I get the business side from what they want to do, and then I get from a pure fighter standpoint.
I was just about to say, but I'm a hypocrite because I was happy when Dan Henderson got that shot against Michael Bisping. I'm like,
Which
that's
makes
what
no
we
sense.
want to see.
Or GSP, it makes no sense he's fighting Bisping.
Well, the problem with the GSP Bisping fight is it ties up the division. And when you have a guy like Robert Whittaker who just ices Jacare, holy
Straight up
shit.
ice. That's the best
God damn, that
adjective to
kid's
use
good.
there.
He's a killer. Whittaker's a killer.
straight killer. son.
Straight killer.
Who
He's-
beats him in the top three? I like his chance
who
against
knows?
anyone now.
Yoel Romero's such a freak. Such a freak.
I agree.
feel like
I
Yoel
like Whittaker
Romero,
on that, son.
maybe. You're 100% right that it's a hell of a fight.
I mean, do you see Yoel Romero and Jacare? I don't even think Yoel beat Jacare, really. You could really give some of that fight to Jacare. Like, Romero's a split decision.
But he had that one moment where he spun and
True.
hit Jacare with that spinning back fist and
True.
put him on Queer
But
Boulevard.
Whittaker made Jacare look like a fucking amateur.
did.
Just fucking hawked him down. He even had his back. He's like, get the fuck out of here.
Well-
Oh, jiu-jitsu? Very cool. See ya.
I feel like Whittaker's better now than ever, and I think he's only 25 or 26.
He's 26, right?
26, I think. He's no older than that. He's a young buck, and he's coming up strong. And he's another one that went from 170 to 185 and improved tremendously.
Yep.
As soon as he stopped cutting that radical amount of weight, all of a sudden, dude's got vitality and power.
He's knocking
And the
bitches
Brunson
out.
fight. The Brunson fight was serious. That was a big wake-up call to people because
Yes.
Brunson was putting it on him.
Well, Brunson rushed at him chin first, and I was like, oh my God, how's this going to work out? And he covered up. He was smart, composed, and then just yakoosh.
Yeah.
Those Australian fucking shovels, man. I'm a fan now. And I thought he was going to lose that fight. And I went, oh, that's my guy.
Did you
When I'm
see-
down, I'm down, man.
Did you see all the Crocodile Dundee memes?
No.
There was a
Of
ton
Whittaker?
of them. A ton
I
of them.
can't wait,
I mean,
man.
come on, man. A dude from Australia fights a dude who calls himself the alligator? Shit.
That's a great fucking
It
point.
writes
I didn't even
itself.
think of that. Yeah, it
Fucking
writes itself.
Crocodile Dundee,
Yeah.
son.
Fucking, now this is a knife. Fucking,
Now that's a
that's a knife.